Hello and welcome to what is the first episode of the pinfold model railway shed. I've gone back further than many other people to the point of building the shed. This shed has been made for one purpose and one purpose only, to house a 00 gauge DCC powered model railway. I have made this shed completely from scratch. It's been made out of OSB board and has been protected in many ways. It's going to have edging siliconed on, all the joins are being siliconed, and it's been painted in a very high quality paint product, Johnson's opaque wood protector, and it's in the colour of peacock, which my wife chose. It's got a temporary roof at the moment, and this is because it's the wrong side of Christmas. It's now October, Monday of half term, and we can't afford a roof this side of Christmas. Obviously I have three little kids, and they're more important, but there is still stuff going on. I started this shed in September. It's really well, I'm ever so pleased with it. I've built it very strong, and it's going to be fully insulated, and also it's going to have an air conditioning and proper electrics and everything else. The wood actually got second hand. It was all being thrown away, and I managed to bring it back here and make good use of it. I also got the window free as well. So let's go and have a little look inside and see what's happening. I've got a stable door, so the top half is obviously separate to the bottom, so if I want I can have the bottom door shut and sit in the top, and then as we go in we can have a little look. I've made it out of USB, as you can see, and then OSB, sorry, and then I've used battening, and I've done the same with the roof. It's very nice in here actually. I'm quite chuffed with it, and I've just painted it with Leyland undercoat, and now I'm putting on the gloss just for protection, because all these walls are going to have Ceotex insulation, which is the foil and foam insulation, and that's going in to be sandwiched in between these battenings, and then I will have either a thin MDF or ply surface, and that will also be painted in white. Yes, as you can see, it's getting there slowly. It's thereabouts 12 foot by 6 foot. It's the biggest I could do, as I weren't allowed to have a model railway in the loft, as I live in a housing association house, and their rules forbid it. Not quite sure why they think building the loft is a bad thing, but anyway. But they have given me permission for the shed, and they've given me permission for all the electricity to go with it. And over here, just to prove I am just going completely from scratch, there's a couple of transformers and a little bit of track, and then this is a very wrong way of keeping trains, I know, but it goes back from when I was a child, and in here are all the trains I have. As I say, they've been like this since about 1996, so they're not going to be any worse damage sitting in this box. But obviously from now on, once allowed, I will never store trains like that. I had trains all from when I was a child up to around about 95, 96. I had a layout, but obviously I had to move in quite a hurry back then, as my parents lost their business at the time. So I've got temporary electrics in here, just an extension lead, And as I say, after finishing the gloss, which I'm almost there, that bit's glossed, that bit isn't. I've just got to finish that wall, the inside of the door and over here. And then once I've done all that, it will be on to the insulation. Now, as I say, I've protected it because it sweats, or at least I've been told the inner wall may sweat. This shed is going to be heated with a normal low voltage heater of some sort. Haven't decided what yet. That will be up to about 5 degrees, and I'm probably going to put it on a frost stat or frost thermostat to ensure that it never gets too cold in here. And the effort I've put into insulating it, or will have put into insulating it, it shouldn't cost too much to run. And then above 5 degrees, I'm hoping to use what I've got in the bedroom. I'm going to trial it first over this winter when the weather gets a bit colder to see how good it actually is before I purchase another one. In the bedroom, I've got a Electrolux air conditioning unit, which unlike my previous one is a heater as well. It's got a heat pump, uses heat pump technology. So with air cons, you obviously have the cold air coming out of one area, and then you have the hot air coming out of the other pipe. This one has a system that allows you to reverse that. So it will throw the cold air out the tube out the back, and hot air will come out of the top. Now obviously you need to pipe to take the condensation away. And as you know, as part of this process, it also acts as a dehumidifier, which I think would be absolutely wonderful in here, because if there is any damp, it will take it away. So this will obviously be what I will try and do, and see how successful it is and how good the heater is. The reason I need a conventional heater underneath 5 degrees is aircon, actually most gases, the A134 gas, which they use in cars and everything today, most of them actually stop working once you get below 3 degrees. So that's why I'm thinking I'll have a panel heater in here for 5 degrees and below, and that'll just keep the frost off. And then once I have once I come in here and want to do something, I'll put the aircon on. It's also good because it has an auto setting, so I can set the temperature like 20 degrees, and then it will either cool or hot, all fully automated, and we'll hopefully keep this rather nice and toasty. Anyway, as I say, this is October 2016. It's the 24th actually, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this. Any suggestions, please do give it. And you can have a look on my Facebook page, which has a lot more to do with trains as well, by looking up the Pinfold Railway Shed. Pinfold is spelled Pinfold. And I will do another video soon once there's a significant difference in here. I hope to be laying my first tracks around about probably spring of next year, I hope. But I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope you watch again soon, and please do share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.